Well, hello, Facebook family, social media family, YouTube family. Listen, it's been a minute. Listen, your girl, Dr. Love, has been really, really busy. But listen, I make time for who I need to make time for, okay? And so today or tonight, I would say I am so excited about my celebrity guests that I have on tonight. They are doing amazing things in the community that really deserves to be rewarded and supported. And I'm just so excited. I don't know what to do about them. But listen, let me tell y'all something. No, I'm gonna say that when they come on here. I'm gonna say this when they come on. But I have the amazing three. I have three amazing men from the team of O'Shea. And I'm so happy to introduce them to you guys. I have Mr. Eric Hunter, I have Mr. Stephon Davis, and I also have Mr. Antrone Harris. When I tell you I'm so excited, I don't know what to do, but I tell you what, we got to get this party started. But let me introduce who I am for the people who don't know who I am. I am Dr. Benita Ledette, but known as the Love Doctor. I'm a three-time best-selling author. I am a wine distributor. I am a matchmaking coach, relationships, all of that. I coach people. I am a certified Christian life coach. And everything that deals with love, that's who I am. I love to see people win through love together. That's what I do. That's what I exemplify. And, that's just who I am. So I just wanted to let you know who I am for the ones who don't know me. So without further ado, let me introduce my amazing celebrity guest from the cast of O'Shea so that they can share with you about what they have going on in the community tomorrow at 7 p.m. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. it is going down. So without further ado, let me bring them on. Well. Look at my celebrity guest. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I feel like we're about to have a premiere of the movie in Hollywood or something. That's what I feel like.
You see, I got the Hollywood backdrop. There it is.
Yes. I see it. So
Yeah.
speaking this thing into existence. Yes, we are.
Bible says, speak those things that are not as though they are.
You better say it. Listen, now we're not gonna start off with the preaching, but you sure right though. You sure right. But I'm gonna let you preach before we get off of here. I tell you that.
All right.
Okay, so I want you guys to introduce yourself, tell the people who you are and what you do. We'll start off with that, just so that people will understand what we're doing. But just for right now, I just want a brief introduction of who you are and what you do, starting with Eric to my right.
Yes, my name is Eric Hunter. I'm the writer, creator, and director of O'Shea, Book of Malachi Story of O'Shea. I'm also a entrepreneur, so I'm an inventor, and I'm all about helping people and helping the people in our cast and bring change. So in a nutshell, real small nutshell right now, that's who I am.
Very good. Okay, Mr. Antron Harris. Tell the
Hello,
people who
and
you
thank
are and
thank
what
you
you
for
do.
having us on your show. My name is Antrone Harris. I am a father of four. Um, I'm an actor. I'm actually the star of O'Shea, Mr. O'Shea himself. A producer as well, ex-athlete, entrepreneur, business owner.
Okay. All right. And last but not least, Mr. Stephon 007. Introduce yourself.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Benita, for having me on, along with my producing partners, Mr. Eric Hunter and Mr. Antron Harris, who is the star. That's how I have
That's
that.
right, star.
Uh, yeah, I'm one of the co-stars alongside Mr. Antron Harris, and I'm also one of the producers, along with Eric and Antron and Dr. Tyrone Dixon. Uh, Big shout outs to him. Uh, I'm a native Houstonian, ex athlete myself, ex ball player, just like Antron. We both played football, high school, college. We both had a chance to go to the NFL, but both got injured. So that went our careers. I'm a father of four, two boys, two girls, uh, two that getting ready to graduate college. Well, one is already graduated. The other one's getting ready to graduate December. and my youngest son is junior in college, and my youngest daughter is 14. She is a sophomore in high school, and I'm a grandfather. So I have a 1-year-old grandson. So, so
Wow.
yeah, and I've made a few stones, just love what I do. So
Absolutely. Okay, so I haven't reached the grandparent. I've reached it. Indirectly I have, but I haven't reached it directly. So you may have to give me some tips.
okay. Well, we got to change that name because we don't look like grandparents. You know what I'm saying?
We really don't.
You think of grandfathers, that's like 70 something years old. They walk around with change and rattle in their pocket.
Right.
We can still run and we can still lift weights. You know what I'm saying? So we
Exactly.
we stick around.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so let's just dive right on in. We have this time and this moment to cherish this time and let the people know what you have going on for tomorrow night. But before we get into that, every guest that comes on the show with Dr. Love, we have to talk about love just a little bit, just a tad bit second. So what I like to know and what I ask every guest is I always like to know, how do you define love? What does love mean to you? So starting with Mr. Eric Hunter, how do you define love? Do you want me to come back to you?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna get out the way, so I'm gonna let my brothers go. But no, me, I believe I define love as something that it can't be manufactured. You can't just manufacture love and just put ingredients together and now boom, you got love. I believe that, love is something that's genuine, something that comes, directly from the heart. It's something that there has to be a spark there. And I believe that love is something that can bind people together. But I also believe that love is hard work, because, what I've found out is, like, people, when you fall in love, you got to keep falling in love. Yes. You got to keep learning that person and keep reintroducing each other to each other, because people grow and they change. So I think love, real love is ever growing, it's ever changing, and it takes work. It takes work.
Yes, it does. Look, you sound like you've been taking a page out the Love Doctor notes a little bit. That's what I've been telling the people.
What you've been teaching.
I love it, Eric. Okay, Mr. Antrone, tell us what you think. How do you define love?
I would say loyalty, respect, and honor. Respecting and loving that person that you're with. Almost, it's like every time you're looking at that person, you just falling in love over and over and over and over again. You'll give them your last. You want to share every special moment you have with that person, no matter what it is. Just giving them your all, no returns. And so that's what love is.
Okay, I love it. Hey, the Love Doctor approves that. I love it. Okay, yeah. Mr. 007, how do you define love?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay.
He done called on the Lord.
I called on him.
I need to hear this.
Because I got to do this. Okay.
Yeah, we want to hear this one.
Love is to me, is sharing, caring, commitment. It's two people they're two imperfect people, and they're trying to serve a perfect God, and they're coming together to become as one. They're building a future, a foundation, something that will last. Those are my definition of love. They're basically giving the shirt off of each other's back, giving your last. I'll make sure that she'll have before, I'll go without before I let her go without, that kind of thing. Or vice versa. She would let me go without before, she would go without before she let me go without. However you want to say that.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So that's what it is to me.
I love it. I love all y'all's answers. Very good. I love it.
Yeah,
So I have one other question for y'all, and then we're gonna dive right on into what O'Shea got going on. But I have to ask all of y'all this. I want you guys to give advice to anyone out there that is single and still like, waiting on that special someone, like kind of gave up on love, like, you know what, the hell with this. You know what I mean? Like I want, what can you give, what kind of advice can you give that person that's just, they've been through a bad divorce, seem to keep picking the wrong person, just really just kind of giving up on love. And tell me, and I'm gonna switch it up this time. Let's give the people some good advice, and then we're gonna dive right on into what y'all got going on tomorrow. So I'm gonna switch it up. I'm going to Mr. Antrone first.
All right. I would say get a relationship with God. That's what I would say. Put it all there. Put it on the front line to God. Tell him what you want. Leave it there, and just start seeking Him. And find yourself. Find yourself. Spend as much time as you can with yourself and with that man. Speaking of God, and just go from there. And it'll all come full circle for you. That's what I honestly believe.
And you're honestly correct. You hit it on the nose. I love it. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to Mr. 007.
Just to kind of piggyback off what he said. First, you have to have a relationship with God. Point blank. If that person does not have a relationship with God, it's not gonna work. Period. End.
That's right.
You need to spend time with yourself. And what I mean by that is spend a lot of prayer time and ask God to get yourself right before you try to take on a relationship with someone else, because you don't want to go into something blindsided. You don't want to find out later down the road that you got with somebody that's what this late pastor used to call a rascal or a rascalette.
Yes.
Yeah. And he used to call it, he said, you wind up with the booger and the bear. Yeah.
That's right.
Then when you get to that altar, then you be sitting up there looking like you third grade retarded. And then you wondering like, what the hell did I just do? What did I just get into? And blame but yourself. I mean, so you have to they got to be right with God, and that goes for women and men.
Yeah.
If you don't have a relationship with God,
yes,
as my aunt say, run for the hills.
Run for the hills. But wait a minute,
like they do in church. Let's pull up and step on out.
Wait a minute. I want to use that first word. What you said, rascalette? Was that it?
Rascal? And then the other one is third grade retarded. And that's But then you be sitting up there, because then you get up at the altar and then you be looking at it like Bernie Mac, be sitting up there. Let me tell you something. You done got me in some bullshit. I'm sitting up
Can we go to Eric, please? Can we move on?
Okay, Eric. Come on, Eric.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad I'm anchoring this topic off. Stephon really went all in. So.
I'm sorry, Eric. I didn't mean to.
You gotta keep him in the middle.
Okay, keep him in the middle. Okay.
Certain words used by Stephon Davis in his comments does not reflect the views of O'Shea. Just let you guys know that. Disclaimer.
He just showing off his acting skills. We're good.
You right?
I'm from the country.
Okay, Eric. Okay, go ahead. Tell us what advice would you give a single person?
No, definitely. Mm-hmm. So this would be my advice for people who are single and they've given up. First thing is stop trying to love people. Just be somebody who can be loved. Just work on you and become somebody who can be loved. Be open. you know. And the next thing is, you know, stop looking for the perfect person. I know it may sound weird, but you should look for the person with the perfect flaws,
Yes.
right? Because everybody got flaws, right? So if everybody got flaws and you find a person that has these flaws that you're like, oh, I can't stand these flaws, but I love them anyways, and it's not making you run for the hills, that's special. That's important. So stop trying to look for the perfect person, and you know, just be somebody who can be loved. Because a lot of times we try to go and we search for love, and we keep getting brokenhearted because we searching for love and we're trying to love somebody. You're trying so hard to love somebody, and then you're mad because you're not getting that love back.
Correct.
Well, you gotta let yourself be loved. Be somebody who can be loved, and then let that person pour into you. Because when they pour into you, you're gonna feel that, and you're gonna want to pour back into them. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that. And at the end of the day, when you do find that person, you both are gonna want to give up the eyes for us type thing. And if you're with somebody who's not willing to give up any eyes for you and compromise, it's a problem. It's a red flag. You know. So just think about that. Be somebody who could be loved, and look for the person with the perfect flaws, and just be comfortable being you. Be comfortable being you.
I love it. So, see, the reason why I saved you for last is because now we can get into what's going on tomorrow. Let me tell y'all. So, first, let me just commend all of you guys for the answers that you gave. What you don't know, just this small amount of time that we spent on love and relationships, and giving your answers can help somebody or give them hope who's out there who hasn't found their love. So that's why I always like to ask this question to all of my guests that I have, because people are searching for answers around love. People want to be loved. It's no fun being successful and coming home to an empty bed and don't have anybody to share it with. That's no fun at all. You want to have somebody to share it with. So that is the reason why I always incorporate love relationships into in any episode that I do. So moving right along to O'Shea. When I tell you I'm so proud of you guys, I really am, and I'm proud to just be a part of the team. You know, people don't know every day we get on a prayer call. You know, they have no idea how close we are and how we work together behind the scenes and help and motivate each other. That's what the people don't know. But what I do want you to go ahead and share, Eric, is what's going on tomorrow and how people, if they're interested, they want to attend, how they can support, how they can help. Just dive right on into it, because that's what this was really all about.
Well, if you don't mind, I would love to say some things about O'Shea that hasn't been put out there publicly before.
Sure. It's hey, this is your time. Let's do it.
I'd love to, drop that here.
Okay.
Right. I really want to let people know why this show is different, more so than just the concept and what it stands for. I want them to know what makes us different as far as us as a team and the route we decided to take. Right. So with this show, for me, I came to the conclusion that, we want to make stars. We don't want to just search for who people say are celebrities and then, you bring them in, or we sell out in a way. We want to cast the people that we are really strong on, that we believe in. And then we want to do everything we can to get to the top, right? To get everybody to the top, right? So my goal was, we've been offered millions of dollars for this show and we've turned it down. We've been offered to rewrite this show and whitewash this show, and we've turned it down. We've had people who wanted to come in and change out our star, change out our co-stars and our actors. And, the answer was no. And the reason why the answer was no is because I made a promise to these people. We all made a promise to them, right? That we were going to make this happen and everybody was going to get their shot, right? We all get to Hollywood together, or what they call Hollywood.
Yes.
So, this show, what we did from the beginning was take a different route. Everybody, there's a formula, right? You make your show, you make your season, you go forward, you put it out, you do a premiere probably, and then, see how it goes. And hopefully you get some attention from the majors. And if you don't, you do a second season, keep going. Well, for us to execute what we want to do, we enacted a different formula, came up with something different, right? We're not trying to just make episodes and make seasons and put it out and get a pop. We're branding. We're effectively branding right now. We have a property and we have a show. We have a universe actually that we're branding. So that takes time. So people have seen us do this over a course of years. Me myself, I've been working on this one project. I have others, but this one project, I've been working on this since 2014,
Yes.
right? That's when it really sparked, 2014, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been working on it ever since, branding it, building it up, and retaining that ownership.
Yes.
Right. So what makes this show different and special, I just want you to know, is this is really something that's special, that's intimate for everybody involved. And everybody is committed to making this happen. And I'm not going to leave anybody behind. And I stand on that. So everybody that I bring in is going to get their shot. And I'm not taking no for an answer. And that's why I believe with all the hard work of these two gentlemen here, I couldn't do it without them. Right.
Yes.
All that hard work is propelling us in the right direction, and it's going to allow us to meet that destination that God has for us.
That's
and it's
right.
already set. We're just having to climb.
That's
Right.
it.
So, all of that is basically, I feel, we all feel, is has hit a point, which is tomorrow with Dr. Bishop James Dixon. And with that night, we're going to really tell the story of where this came from, how it was born out of tragedy, and it led to where we're at now, right? And what it really means to the community, and what, with Bishop James Dixon's help, what we're going to do, what we're really going to do to take on the problems within our culture, our community, and within our society. We're really using this show in this universe to make real change happen, not just entertainment, but real change happen. And that's what it's about.
And that's why I'm backing you guys 1000% right there. That's why I'm backing you guys right there. Let's do you want to share a little bit of your story, or are you waiting to share that tomorrow?
I can share a little bit of it. I'm not going to give the whole, but I'll share a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. No, basically, essentially, this whole journey and this whole show was born out of tragedy. I'm a real life survivor of one of the worst massacre shootings in American history. Within Aurora, Colorado, a man by the name of James Holmes came in, and he massacred many people in my community. And that night, it changed my life. I learned that I wasn't ready to die. Right. I really love helping people, and I wanted to leave a legacy. And right before that shooting happened, I was going to run to be a councilman within my city. I had all these different ideas, which you hear in O'Shea, all these different ideas and goals and things that I really wanted to do to help our people, to help people in general, and bring people together and break down barriers and show people it's not about color. It's about the oppressed and the oppressors. And once that massacre happened and it changed me, I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to put this all into a form of media, because media is the biggest way to convey your ideas and get it across people and affect change. Right. And that's where the show came from. And that's why when you see O'Shea giving these grand speeches, or you see him sitting down with his followers and his people, and they're exchanging these different ideas about, the fact that we're all prisoners, but we're the guards as well. And we're guarding ourselves within this prison that we've created for ourselves. Things like that. Right. It's things that people need to hear. Right. And this show is all about putting the right information into the atmosphere to create atmospheres of change within our community and within our society. And if we can do that, then we can really change the world. Once we change one person's life, you're changing the world, because you changed that person's world. So this show is all about that. And that's really where this show came from. It came out of tragedy, but it's turning into triumph. And that's why I believe, that's one of the reasons why I believe it's special.
Right. Okay. And so can you tell us where the event is going to be at tomorrow, and the time and everything for people that want to come out and support?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to let Stephon take that one and let us know where it's at, what time, and what this means with Bishop.
Okay. Come on, Stephon.
All right. Yes, it's going to be tomorrow evening at Community of Faith Church, Big Dome Church, off 1024 Pinemont Street. Mm-hmm. And it's on the north side. I think it's off of North Shepherd. So if anybody who knows what that is. And Bishop Dr. James Dixon. And it's going to you want to get there about 6:45 because we're going to start at 7 because it could run a little longer than an hour, but they want to be able to get everything in at that time. So yeah, it's 1024 Pinemont Street, Pinemont, and that is Community of Faith Church. Bishop Dr. James Dixon.
Oh, and one more thing I wanted to kind of put in there about the event for tomorrow.
Yes.
What we've come to agreement in with Bishop is, these events that he holds and Power Talk events are like TED Talks, right?
Yeah.
But it's for the religious community. And after we've had our meeting with him, it was really all about, okay, you know what? We're going to really wrap our arms around you guys, and we're going to make something special happen, right? So this night is really, it's going to be special. It's going to be like the birth of something, right? A launching pad. So imagine like when you see TED Talks, but you're going to see us there with Bishop, and it's going to be myself, Antrone, Stephon, and Tyrone Dixon, and then Charnel Brown will be there as well. So imagine all those different minds and those different people there, really expressing and conveying this to the world, right? So this is really going to be a special moment.
I'm excited.
Just to add to that, you're looking at when he talk about Dr. Tyrone Dixon, who's been in, he and I were classmates back in college, and we used to sit around and talk about, because I was playing football at Texas Southern, and while he was we were both in the film department. And we used to sit around, when you're in college, you don't have a whole lot of money, but all you got is a dream.
Yes.
And we used to sit around, it was me, him, Marcus Wiley, comedian Marcus Wiley, world famous comedian Marcus Wiley. Also Cliff McBean, director, and Dr. Teeth, his name is John Tucker, who did all the videos and everything. We used to sit around and talk about, making it, what it would be like to make it in this industry. Because we used to sit back, we all grew up on watching BET, Saturdays, and we used to be like, man, what is it like to do that? What is it? And so, to get a chance to share that with my brothers, we're like brothers now. We're in this together. You know what I'm saying? So, and it came full circle. It's gonna be a huge blessing. And then now we're teamed up with Bishop Dr. James Dixon.
Yes.
What more can you say? I mean,
what more can you say?
NAACP, head of NAACP for this region.
Yes.
Now is the chairman for the Sports Authority Association and all of that. I mean, just the list goes on. And I mean, you've seen him when, like I said, he was one of the ones that spearheaded the marches and things for when George Floyd, what happened to George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all of that. He's at the forefront of it. And what this show is about and what we're about is making change.
Yes.
Let the young people know.
Right.
You don't have to be a product of your environment. Just because you grew up, some people grew up without a father. Some people, they might have grew up in a drug infested. You don't have to result to a crooked life to make it. You don't have to be the dope man or the dope dealer. You don't have to do that. You can invent something, create a patent that can change the world.
That's
and
right.
That's what our show is about. It's about making change and creating positive change.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is good. So I want to let you know that we do have some people tuning in. Just want to let you know we have Damian Valentine tuning in. We have Vondola. We have Miss Riri. We have Riri Bridges. We have Elizabeth. Let's see, Elizabeth Jackson Harris. Shout out to you guys. We have Courtney Washington. Hey, we appreciate that. We appreciate the support.
Courtney Washington.
Yes, appreciate that.
Guys.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So,
all of the actors.
Yes, all of the actors. Absolutely, absolutely. So, let me describe. Let me just kind of put this in perspective, so that the people will understand what tomorrow is. This is not another meeting or another gathering that's something as simple and plain. No, this is huge. This is very huge. So if you want to experience tomorrow and be a part of history as to what is about to take place, I invite you to be there. Because you see these same faces on my screen, you will see them in Hollywood.
Yes.
Okay. You will see them in Hollywood. And here's the thing, don't try to come support people after they've made it. Support them while they're here at this level.
Yes.
Support them while they're at this level. Believe in somebody else's dream, because what you make happen for others, God makes it happen for you.
Yeah.
So I would encourage you to come and join this movement, because that's exactly what it is. Because after it's announced tomorrow, you will go back to this broadcast and you'll be like, oh, that's what they was talking about. So don't be so involved in your own affairs to where when you see something awesome about to take place, that you won't just get involved. It's minor. It's minor involvement. Nobody's asking you to drop everything you're doing, but what we are asking you to do is to be involved and see how you can help and how you can support. That's what it's all about. And by me being the love doctor, that's what I like to do. I like to share love. I like to bless people. I like to win together. That's what I like. So that's the reason why we are on this broadcast. And so just to give you an idea of what they have created already, I'm going to present you guys the teaser of O'Shea, so that you can see some of the awesome work that they've been doing. Because Mr. O'Shea, listen here. Listen here, move over, Denzel. Okay, move over, Denzel, because we got the new generation of Denzels coming. Now, there's only one Denzel. We know that, but they have their season. You know what I'm saying? They got their season. This time this is Mr. O'Shea season. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, remember these faces on this screen. And the other actors, other actors that is a part of this team, remember these faces, because I'm telling you, we've been behind the scenes. Yeah. We've been on the prayer lines together. We know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
So, all I can say is, when it's time to bless somebody, support them and be behind them, do the right thing. Be obedient to God. If he's telling you to bless these people and do whatever it takes to support them, be obedient. You never know when this full circle may come around to you and you may need the blessing. So that is the reason why we're having this discussion tonight, because we're letting you know it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. And we just letting you know. We just want you to be a part of it and support it. So let me go ahead and show y'all the teaser of O'Shea.
That's it.
That's it.
Woo!
Smoking.
I'd love to make some comments real quick.
Yeah.
I'd like to do some commentary on it if you allow me.
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Word. So we did a pilot season of O'Shea, and that's up on Tubi right now. This right here is like the sizzle for what's to come for when we actually do this real season, right? And what you've seen, what this all means in this trailer, the gist of it is, when our people go missing, our young women go missing, nobody really looks, nobody really cares. Even minority women, right? When they go missing, people don't care. And this hits the O'Shea family, the O'Shea core team really hard. And with that being the case, people are telling them, well, just go to the cops. Well, the cops make you wait a certain amount of time before you can actually get their help. In that time, your daughter may be gone. Your loved one may be gone, right? He's a politician. Well, go give a speech. Well, the speech is great, but is that really going to bring these people back, right? So for them, they feel like they have to take matters in their own hands, right? See, because O'Shea is a person who lives a life of duality, right? He's a politician to the world, but he also has this other life where he says, you know what? When the law fails these people, I'm gonna make sure me and my people get justice for them no matter what, right? So that's why you see the action. That's why you see them really going all the way in. He believes, nobody's going to be able to tell us anymore, how to fight for our people, right? Whether that's in the boardroom, whether that's in the legal action, or whether that's, going and walking the streets and finding your loved ones. At the end of the day, we have to take matters in our own hands in the right ways and make things happen. So with this trailer, that's what you saw. And the last thing I'll tell you is, when you see O'Shea on the ground and then it frames up, right, to O'Shea walking in, that whole thing is a representation of, self must die daily to become your true self, right? And that's why he shoots himself. He's killing self. He's killing his old self off. So there's a lot of, undertones, and there's a lot to this show and a lot to that trailer. I really implore you guys to watch it over and over and over. But there's definitely a lot going on here.
So, Mr. O'Shea, tell us, what does it feel like to be Mr. O'Shea? Tell the people, let us know. What does that feel like?
The star.
Well,
Did he freeze up on us? Come on now.
it feels
okay. There we go.
Well, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So it's a real feeling for me, actually, and I say that because I want to say it's a lot of us. Well, we know what's going on in America with, especially the minority in our community, right?
Right.
Well, O'Shea is basically the voice, in our time, we need a voice. We need a real voice.
Yeah.
And I feel I'm able to be that voice and portray, what everybody is really thinking, how we really feel, So when we are like, okay, now it's time to fight back and really show these people, like, you're not going to keep pushing us around. You're not going to keep just sweeping us under the rug. Nah, we're not doing that anymore, So it feels good that, I can actually do some things and not actually get, in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
He's that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Stephon, please tell the people how they can watch the episodes that you guys have already done. Tell them, because they need to go and watch it, because I went and I watched all the episodes. I think I have one more to watch so that I can be caught up. So when this next episode comes out, they can kind of be caught up and know what's going on. So go ahead and tell the people how they can view it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You can go and watch episodes 1 through 4, our pilot season 1 through 4 on Tubi. Mm-hmm. Tubi is shown in 55 million homes. Tubi is a free app. It's on that same level as the Netflix and the Hulus and that this type and other. Mm-hmm. And you can go to Tubi. It comes automatically on most smartphones, on all smartphones, whether you have an Apple or an Android. Mm-hmm. And also it comes on smart TVs as well. So you can click on Tubi, or you can save Tubi into your TV, into your smart remote, pull up, and then you just type in O'Shea, and you'll pull it up, and you'll see a picture of O'Shea himself right there. But you'll see the picture when he had dreads. He had the longer hair.
Yes.
Now you want to watch 1 through 4 because when we get ready to drop season 2, when we get ready to start filming season 2, you'll see the transformation of why, at the beginning of the trailer, why he shot himself.
Yes.
Because he shaved off his hair, and he went because he's going by because his first name. So it's a transformation.
Yes.
It's kind of like, if you don't mind me using this, when Jacob wrestled with an angel.
Mm.
And remember, he was a trickster. And when he wrestled with the angel told him to let me go. He said, no, I will not let you go until you bless me.
Mm.
That's when the angel told him, your name will no longer be Jacob. It will be Israel. So that's basically what this is happening right here. He's changing his name, and now he's Malachi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Essentially.
Wow, this is good. This is good. So, now you guys understand why the Love Doctor is back in this 1000%. This is why. This is why. Dr. Andrea Matthews, I know you're loving this. Hey, sis, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Riri. Thank you, Adrian Guilford. Yes, thank you for tuning in. We acknowledge you and all of the people who are viewing and just not coming. We thank you for just viewing in, because this is a very important moment. And tomorrow, listen, I may be there at 5 o'clock because I'm going to make sure that I'm ahead of this disrespectful Houston traffic.
You want to be there early because there will be some important people there.
Yes, it will. It's
city government, state and local government, politicians, people of, it'd be for some very prominent people there. And then you never know, the news media might show up.
Exactly.
So anything that Bishop Dixon has, come out here.
Yes.
And this year, and just to go back earlier when you said that, we want Houston to get behind this show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like I heard Monique say one time on her show when she had an artist on her show.
Mm-hmm.
And they had, they became big time.
Yes.
And she said, you want to catch them now.
Yes.
Don't wait till they get a big name and then you say, oh man.
Yeah.
I remember when you want to be a part of the journey.
Listen.
That's
that part.
When you watch the growth.
Yes.
Of the journey. This has been Eric's baby since 2013, 2014.
Yes.
Here we are, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that this thing has now, just morphed into, and it's grown into a huge blessing. Basically.
It is, and I'm honored to be a part of it. I am. When Eric and I met, my God, it was instantly like, okay, we're gonna do this. You know what I mean? We didn't know where it was gonna take us. Yeah. We didn't know how the connection. We know, but I told him, I said, I'm with you. That's all I know is I said, I'm with you. We're gonna do this. We're gonna win together, and it's been on ever since from our very first conversation. Yeah. From our very first conversation. Antoine, he was quiet in the background. He never said nothing.
That was similar to how when we first started. When me and Eric first started with the show, I think we did it 2015 when we first started, Eric. Yeah. Right? 2015, 2016. Right. And we started with a group and it kind of like fell off a little bit, and then we kind of like shelved the whole show, right? Mm-hmm. And then I think me and Eric, we sat down and then we was like, you know what, we should just try to pick it back up and just really start doing something with it because we know we have something. Yes. And we said, well, we can maybe just turn it into a what was it called? Facebook TV watch, right? Mm-hmm. So we just grabbed the camera. It was just me and him. And I remember us going to a graveyard site. Mm-hmm. We went to the graveyard site and we took pretty much the whole entire day shooting. And we was going around the city. We pretty much doing a lot of guerrilla style shooting, and we was going around, different little areas, shooting here and there. We was even at my parents' home. We started off at my parents' home. And I was hanging off the balcony, and Eric was like, "Well, get this shot, bro." And I'm like, "We got it, all right, yeah." I'm hanging out with the gun, doing this, walking down the street. I'm walking. One funny part, I walked out the house. I had a long trench coat that Eric gave me, right? And he said, "Well, do that Michael Jackson movie, bro. You spin around." Had me doing that, and but it worked though, because it actually, when he put it all together, it ended up landing on Antoine Fuqua
Wow.
desk, and he actually got back with us, and he was like, "Man, you guys have something." He's like, even though I'm not going to be able to come on board because he was tied up with some other work, but he said, "You guys keep going. You guys actually have something." So that was just, that was really inspiring there when he, just to hear from him.
Right.
And that's when we, what, let's go ahead and, get other people in on this with it. And from there, it just grew a lot of legs.
And let me just say this about Eric. Look, see, and I love this. Eric, didn't I tell you Dr. Andrea Matthews was going to be on board with this? She says, yes, I would love to do the movie criticism on this. She says, you need a scholar on this. So she on it. Didn't I tell y'all? I told you Dr. Matthews was going to be on this. She loved this kind of stuff. So,
and Dr. Benita, I wanted to add to this also that when they brought me in, I first saw the script. What really got me, and I knew something would be when I knew it was going to be something special. We filmed a scene. It was me, Antrone, Rock, Living. We were down in, was it Victoria? We were down in Victoria. We were shooting at night, and just this, how the city of Victoria welcomed us. And, when we had certain street, we had the street blocked off, and we were shooting the scene, and it's this one scene where we were walking, and O'Shea was going to go help somebody. We were going to go help somebody because we were his right hand. And I knew right then and there that it was going to be something special.
Yes.
And then that's when they had me. When I was like, man, this is, and then like they said, God just blessed it it just grew legs.
Yeah.
And it became from a TV show to a movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when everything happened with with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all of that happened, it happened. It's like it just really took off.
Yeah.
Because everything that was in the show is what was happening. It's kind of like Eric had saw this a few years before. It was kind of like a prophecy.
Yes.
And it just all just happened. And then here we are today, right now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, let me just say this. What people don't know who Eric is, I call him a genius all the time. I tell him that all the time. Like you could just look in his eyes and see the creativity in his eyes. You can see it. And here's the thing. I had a chance to have a personal experience with Eric when he goes into production mode because we did my photo shoot. We went to my doctor's office because I'm affiliation with my doctor's office. I have doctor partners that we have partnerships. And so they love me so much and we have such an awesome relationship. They let us literally use their doctor's office, and their doctors, the office goes so deep. And wait a minute, let me give them a special shout out to Miss Kimberly Latar Jackson. I got to give her a shout, and Miss Dr. Michelle Legal. You ladies are awesome. You know, everybody that I'm connected with is just awesome, and I have to give them their props. But this particular day, we were doing my photo shoot, and Eric didn't know it was. Oh, and let me give Miss Riri her shout out. Miss Riri she was on stage. I mean, she was there helping me with my wardrobe and all of that. And so we were at the photo shoot, and they didn't know how far and deep the doctor's office went. They just thought we had a little lobby, you know, the little part where you take your urine samples, a little waiting room out. They didn't know that it went all the way around the corner, that it was this whole other, oh my God, it was a whole other section back there, right? When I tell y'all Eric turned my doctor's office into a freaking studio, I looked up, he had to move the plant out the way, he had to move the table out the way, he had me coming from behind the part, the curtain when you're a patient, like in the hospital, I'm talking about, then he grabbed like the clipboard. He was like, okay, you writing prescriptions, you the doctor. I'm talking about he turned that thing into a whole studio. So when I tell y'all that this is the next Tyler Perry, oh yeah, because like you say, everybody got their season. Tyler Perry can do this till he 80 or whatever. It's okay, but there's more than one Tyler Perry.
Right.
Eric he's in a class all by himself, and his creativity is unmatched. It is unmatched. And so if there's anybody out there, I want to throw this out there because I'm doing this broadcast for a reason. Because I know we're going to look back on this broadcast and we're going to say, and we're going to know that this night is the night before everything take place for history tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I know that. I know that. I feel it with all my heart. And Eric, tell the people all the time. You done told me 2-3 times, but you know we text all the time back and forth. Tell me what's that special connection that you need, that what you're looking for.
Honestly, at the end of the day, my whole drive is the people, right? We have a big, good team of loyal people who have been on board for the last 5 years, and they have worked tirelessly, overnight, long hours. I mean, we've done a lot. And at this point, we've reached a point where we don't have any investors. We haven't, and a lot of people don't believe us because, not tooting our horn, but our premieres that we've done the biggest premieres in Houston's history, right? But we've done it ourselves. The whole production we've done from bottom to top, we've done with just figuring it out, being creative and problem solving and coming together as a team to make it happen. But at this point, we've reached a level, right, where we really need to connect with people who can pour into us, who believe in this vision, right? And again, for people who may have just came in, this vision is literally to create atmospheres of change within society and break down barriers and get people to understand it's not about color, it's about the oppressed and the oppressors. And if we come together, we can achieve change. This show is all about, this movement is about getting people to understand that we don't need to really just march and protest and do all this stuff anymore. We need to build our freedom. We have to build it, and we can build our freedom if we come together and we make it happen, right? But it's going to take this show to create that atmosphere of change. It's going to take this show to stand when other people won't stand. It's going to take Antrone being that vessel to allow these different speeches and these narratives and these words to come out, right? So people can understand what's really going on, right? Shed light on all the darkness. We have to let people know what's going on and keep putting it in their face until they change it, until they clean it up, until they make things better, right? So right now we are looking for somebody who can pour into the show in a financial way.
Well, we listen, we're gonna handle that part. God already got that covered. I'm talking about that one word you tell me you always. Can we say it tonight? Can I say it tonight? Or
go ahead, you can. Yeah.
Okay, so what Eric is looking for right now is a literary. What do you call it? Literary agent. That is what Eric needs. He's looking for a literary agent. So if anybody out there that knows anything to do with movies, Hollywood, talent, any of those things, that's what Eric needs right now. So, we share all the nonsense, the TikTok, the funny videos and all of that. This is a very serious moment that can help change history, society. This can change something in your loved one's life, all of that. This is something that we're creating that can help generations behind us or that's coming up under us, okay? Because we're all like, I'm in my 50s, Eric's in his 30s. We're all in different age groups, but we need the generation under us to be able to get this knowledge and get this change that we're trying to create. You know what I'm saying? So if there's anybody out there that knows a literary agent for Eric, that's what he needs right now. And of course, we can use, the financial backing and all of that, but I'm not worried about that because God, God got that. And after tomorrow, I know history will be made. We're not worried about that, but I wanted to put that out there because closed mouths don't get fed. So I want to put it out there in the atmosphere. And I want you guys to share this broadcast. We share all of the crazy TikToks. We share all the crazy nonsense stuff. This right here is very important. This is a movement. This is important. This can save one of your loved ones' life or anything, because this is what he's creating change, and he's doing it through the movies. So get behind us, support O'Shea 1000% like I am. Y'all know anytime the Love Doctor puts her name on something, her stamp of approval on something, is 1000% good. I can do this. I can do this cast with anybody, or do this broadcast with anybody, but I chose to stand behind them. I stand to chose behind people that I believe in, and I'm well connected with people, so I know without a shadow of a doubt this is going to happen. It's going to happen with or without you guys, but we wanted to put it out there to let you guys know what's going on. So,
Dr.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to also let people know that, and I said this even at the first premiere, God has got his hands. God has in production. And I'm going to say it again because I don't think everybody heard me.
Yes.
I said this at the first premiere. And God has got his hands on this entire production. That's why we've been able to, sell out. And it was God that did it. And just to let people know, when we had the first premiere, we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know how things was going. We didn't even know what the tickets was looking like on anything. In a week's time,
Yes,
God blessed it to where when we pulled up to the venue over at Grooves, the line was wrapped all the way outside the building around the thing. Kind of like when Tyler said, you remember that time when Tyler said,
yeah,
he said, Lord, I'm tired, I'm giving up. And he said he heard God's voice so strongly, shut up and go look out the window.
yes.
We pulled up there, the line was wrapped around the building, people still trying to get, and you talk about people, we were fresh out of COVID.
Yes.
2021, everybody been locked up in the house, ready to get going. But, we were over past fire code and everything. But the police, everybody was like, hey, let them people in. Everybody was dressed nice. Everybody was friendly. Everybody still had their mask on, was distant, and everybody had a good time. And to where it set the precedence. And like I told him, I said, y'all look around. It's nobody but God that's got his hands on this.
Right.
See, when God got his hands on something, you ain't got to worry about it. See, God done already worked it out. We ain't got to figure it out. He done already worked it out.
That's it.
Who was that when he told, I heard you the first time when you prayed. I done already answered.
Yes.
So that's to let it's God that's got this. It's nothing that we've done.
That's right.
Even when we filmed, there was times when, man, how we go film? How we go when we needed other equipment? It's what Pastor had told us. Destiny helpers.
Yes.
God was sending destiny helpers. People that we didn't even know. People just coming out being, hey, you want to use our building? Go ahead.
Yes.
We won't charge you. You go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
That's God. That's nobody but God. Because God was showing us, look, I got this thing.
Just keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Like he told the Israelites, keep walking.
Right.
When Pharaoh and them was behind and they panicking and they coming up to the Red Sea, Moses and them told them, keep walking.
Keep walking.
So,
woo, I'm excited. I'm excited. Well, we're going to give the people back their time. We've been on here for a good hour, but it was a good hour. It was very necessary. It was very necessary. Is there any last minute words that you guys would like to share in regards to tomorrow, O'Shea? I'll let each one of y'all go. Y'all, I don't care what order y'all go now. I was strategic earlier, but I don't care which. So just any last minute words from all of y'all regarding tomorrow. All I can tell the viewers is that I know the Love Doctor will be in the house. I will be there tomorrow. That's for sure. That's what no brainer. Be there early with my popcorn, just ready. Yeah.
It's gonna be good. Says, get the popcorn.
It's gonna be a treat.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a treat. We want everyone to come out. If you can make it out, please come out. Take pictures with us. We shake your hand. We exchange business cards, whatever. Let's come out and rub elbows, please. We appreciate you guys' support.
Absolutely.
Yeah, please come. Please, whatever you do. We want the city to get behind this.
Yes.
This show is going to not only change lives, but it's going to create jobs for the city.
Yes.
It's going to help create jobs for the city.
Yes.
It's going to help boost the economy. People don't have to go to Atlanta or New Orleans to go film anymore. They don't have to Houston is what, quiet as kept, is the third largest city, period.
Right.
And we don't have a major studio.
Yeah.
You know, please come.
We have so much talent here. We got so much talent here in Houston. Why you have to leave? Why do you have to leave and you could just stay here? You know? And another thing I like to say, if you want to see change, we gotta do something different in order to get change.
Yeah.
Do something different. Then we'll see something.
I just thought of something and remind me to tell you guys after we get off this live. It just dawned on me as we were talking. Okay, go ahead, Eric.
No, I'm just gonna say, you know, I know everybody's been talking about me and giving me some love, but you know, I'm doing this for them. You know, I'm doing this for them. I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing this, making this happen. It's for them. It's for the people. So come out, be a part of change. Be a part of something special, because we can't get it done without you. You know, we need all of you to make real change happen. And when people come together on one accord, that's when real change can happen. So come support us. Come be a part of this movement, because it's definitely going somewhere important. I thank you in advance.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, so you guys stay on here. Y'all don't exit off. Okay, Facebook, YouTube, we are signing off. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful, wonderful broadcast. This is really, really special and near and dear to my heart because it's just a special project. It really is. And I'm just so proud to be a part of it. So go back again, tag, share, and be in the room with us tomorrow. We are signing off. The Love Doctor loves you. And ain't nothing you can do about it.
We love y'all.
Love you guys.